What's up, guys? So I sold this today. Best offer of 40 bucks. Took it. Shipping $9. I bought this for $2. I don't know how to switch. I need to figure this out. How do I switch? This is that Sony photo printing paper. $2. Sold it for 40. That's crazy profit. Now I know to look for these things. Here's Rosie, by the way. Hey, Rose. What's going on, girl? What's going on? What's up, everybody? Just a little Easter relaxation going on. Ate too much food, too much dessert. Had some apple cobbler and some homemade vanilla ice cream and a smoked ham. It was amazing. I'm in a bit of a food coma. Plus it's 80 degrees here in St. Louis, out in Martinsburg, Missouri. Peace. Happy Easter, everyone. Here we are at the farm still, later in the afternoon after Easter dinner. Rosie's loving this pond that's filled with snapping turtles and fishies. What's up, everybody? I'm in the middle of a really boring work meeting, and guess what I'm doing on my lunch break? Going to Goodwill, right around the corner. Gonna see if there's any midday deals that got put out last night that I haven't been there in a week, so it'll be all new for me, but very exciting. Gonna see if I can find anything cool, and I'll be sure to, I'm gonna try to capture some video in the store so that I can then kind of narrate over it. I still feel a bit too awkward narrating while I'm walking through because I don't want to get weird looks. I guess I care too much about what people think. Deep thoughts, deep insights. All right, see you guys in a minute. Got some good stuff. Got a VCR here for $6. Got a sealed 3D pinball game right here for $2. I got a pet paw trimmer for like $3. Airplane thing for your bike for $1. Dashboard cat Buddha for $2. And some Hello Kitty luggage tags, but the whole bag was $2, and there's like 6 of them in there. So hopefully that can turn around for maybe 10 or 15 bucks a piece on those. Pretty good haul, all things considered. Oh man, that work meeting was so friggin' long. I went in thinking it was gonna be stupid, but it ended up being pretty cool, which is nice. That being said, it's 85 degrees today in St. Louis. It was 50 degrees the previous few weeks and 40s and things like that. So, but I'm gonna hit up the Salvation Army, which is right around the corner, and I'm super excited about it because it's really cool in there. Don't have my sunglasses, so I'm squinting. Here I come. Salvation Army. Dude, Salvation Army never fails to impress. Like, look at all this stuff I got. Herbie fully loaded. $1. I got these 3 Thai Beanie Babies. $3 for the whole, $4 for the whole pack. I got another video game. This one is Super Slam by Activision. Got this pre-sealed USB to serial adapter for $1.99. This 99-cent Canada patch. We'll see how that does. I'm not expecting it to do much. I Googled this guy, this freshwater sealed master test kits, $2.50, selling for $24.99 new and sealed. That's a good profit there. I got this audio plug-in. Now these aren't gonna sell for a lot, but they're nice filler. So 99 cents, still in the package. I got these 3 VHS pre-sealed. This is still a market for these, not a lot, but these were 50 cents a piece. So got Peter Pan in its original packaging, Ghost in its original packaging, and Dances with Wolves in its original packaging. So probably $5-6 a piece for those, still pulling a massive profit on them. This, you know, ink cartridges are always good, so I got this Epson thing for $2.99. I'm gonna Google this, but I'm sure it's gonna sell for at least $20. Oh my God, so here's the haul. So let me show you guys these. I got a bag full of these ink cartridges for $1.99 a piece, all these Epson ink cartridges. And I didn't even look at these on eBay because I know they're gonna sell for a lot. So I wasn't even concerned with, I found a big bin filled with little plastic bags I started to look through, and I found all these. So I got this two-way video splitter for $1. I'm assuming this is gonna sell for at least 5 or 6. It's an original piece from, looks like the 80s, still in its packaging. This, you see these in old homes on the walls, but if someone is wanting to put in a landline and they don't have one of these, they're gonna come to me for one, right? So that's why I got that. That was my reasoning behind it. And then lastly, I think that's it. Just a bunch of ink cartridges and some peripherals. So all in all, a really good haul today. I'm very happy with what I got. I'm very excited to put these things on eBay and see how they sell. Salvation Army never fails to impress. I love this store so much, you guys. It's fantastic. So I just got done having a lot of fun bowling with my work team, and on the way home there's that Goodwill that I went to last week that I was telling you guys about that's just fantastic. It's not in the best part of town, but it always has the best stuff, so I'm super excited to go there and check it out. It is substantially less hot out than it was an hour ago when I was recording my video at Salvation Army. I feel like it's dropped like 20 degrees at least, which is a godsend. And this is just the beginning of spring here in St. Louis, so my videos this summer, you're gonna hear a constant theme of me complaining about the heat. So anyway, I'll show you guys what I get when I, gotta put the phone down. When I get out of there, I'll show you guys if there's any cool stuff. I plan on going again this weekend, so it's nice that I'm going on Monday, because that means they'll have time to restock. Cool, didn't need to explain that to you guys. You guys know what restocking is. Anyway, do you guys like my orange Adidas spring jacket? I forget I have it. I feel it's too big on me sometimes, but this channel is also fashion advice. If you guys have any fashion advice for me, please leave your comments in the comment section below. There's lots of stuff in here, and I'm seeing these like baby formula things that I feel weird buying because I don't know anything about them. So, good haul there. I got this set of sealed Sookie Stackhouse books from the True Blood series for $2. That should sell pretty well. Got this Casio graphing calculator for $3. I'm not sure what this is going to go for. It's just the test item. I know graphing calculators tend to go for a lot. I got this old school Walkman. Not a Walkman, technically it's a Magnavox, but it's untested, so I got to test that out. That was $2. Definitely worth it. And then I got some Kodak printer paper. I sold some of this, not this exact thing, but pretty well priced. Made a big profit on some Sony photo paper. This is $3 for Kodak, so I'm hoping this goes for a lot. Not any big ticket items, but still pretty cool. So, all in all, that was a super good haul. That is just consistently the best Goodwill out of all of them. Is this one that's super close to my house. It's not in the best area of town, and it's incredible the amount of good items in here. I'm constantly blown away by it. So I took a look at a lot of electronics, and there was a VCR in there, and the VCR didn't work, didn't eject the tapes, and there was something in there that I got not scared to buy, but reticent to buy, because it was $55, but it was an old, from the 80s, maybe late 80s, early 90s, tape player, AM/FM stereo system, CD player, like stacked on top of each other. Really, really good condition. I didn't have a tape to test it with, which I gotta put in my car, so I always have that with me. And I didn't really want to do the research. I'm really not ready to bite on a $55 item yet, which is silly because that's what Craigslist Hunter does. I'll put a link to his channel right here. And so I'll eventually do that, but you guys will watch me do it, and we'll see if it's a good idea or a bad idea. But yeah, good haul. Lots of good stuff today. I'm super excited to photograph it. All right, guys. So here is my photo setup, and I've got a little $60 light box here that I got off of Amazon, which I'll post a link to in the notes below. And my camera is a Canon, I think it's a D3500. Again, I'll post the notes below. Camera was about 500 bucks. Lightbox was about 60. I got them for something else last year, not for shooting eBay. For one of my other businesses to shoot some lapel pins I'd made, and I wanted to shoot some really high quality images for Etsy and Amazon, and so hence that's why I bought it. Now, these are actually things that I'm shooting from my trip to Salvation Army last week, not today. These are Salvation Army from last week, and these are Beanie Babies that you guys saw me mention that I picked up. I'm going ahead and getting rid of the price tag. I have noticed that Salvation Army price tags are really hard to get off, almost impossible to get off, and they tend to leave a mark on the bag or on the box. So as long as I'm honest about that in my eBay listings, it should be okay. Now, I'm making sure that when I'm shooting this to back up the camera enough to where when I go in to crop it, I've got some breathing room on the left and the right. Now, when I actually shot these, I didn't leave enough breathing room, so I'm going to do better next time. But now it looks like I'm going up close and shooting some detail shots of the bear's face, of the little flag on its chest. I think this is either the Canadian bear or the American bear, so I'm either shooting the American flag or the Canadian flag. And I think, yep, that looks like the US flag from here, for sure. And I'm just looking through the viewfinder. I'm not using a tripod because if I hold it steady enough, it's in focus. I'd say 99% of the shots I take are in focus the way that I have all the settings set up in the camera. I will use a tripod if I'm absolutely need it to be extremely stable, but the amount of out of focus shots are really, really rare. So now I'm moving on to the camel, and it's funny, through the viewfinder on the camera you can see it really well, but with the lighting on the video, on this video itself, it's blown out, which is interesting. But I'm shooting the front, and then I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to shoot the back, and then I think I'm going to move around to getting the detail shots, unless I'm doing that now. Okay, I decided to do that now, get some detail shots for eBay. Now, when I look through and I look for, like, you know, comps, like comparative sales and items on eBay, the vast majority of images are really, really bad. They're shot with a cell phone, on a kitchen cabinet with poor lighting, or on a bed sheet, and they're out of focus. Now, one could argue that it really doesn't matter the quality of the photos. What matters is that you just, what the condition of the product, or you're honest about the product listing. And I tend to disagree. I think that the product photos really make the product. And I've sold a few items since I started doing this that were more expensive than other listings, and I think they sold because my photo quality was better. And you can see that, you know, little photographer trick here is I'm using my tape measure to prop up the images, or not the images, rather the products. And this one is the Glory Beanie Baby, and I'll fast forward through the photography journey here in a minute, but just to give you guys one more look and feel here, see how far back I'm pulling the camera, and I'm trying to tilt the lens to match. You know what, actually, I think I know what I'm doing here. I'm actually shooting a different one because it's white. The package is lighter, and I'm deciding to shoot that other Beanie Baby against a white backdrop that I can slide in there because it actually will show up better. So that's why I'm doing this. So this is a lighter colored package, and I'm shooting against a black background, and I'm trying to match the angle of my camera with the angle of the Beanie Baby box because it's not sitting at flush vertical, it's at a slight angle, so I want my camera to match that so it looks like it's straight up, but it's not. And right here I'm looking at I'm making sure that the lighting is good, that it's not too bright, and now I'm going in and I'm getting some detail shots with my camera. Again, just having a DSLR makes such a big difference. Alright, so at this point I'm just going to break, and I'm going to kind of do a little video trick where I fast forward through all the photographing, so you guys can see what it's like, the process and how many photos I went through. I didn't record for very long because my iPhone doesn't have a lot of storage, unfortunately, but you guys will get a good idea of kind of the workflow that I go through.